trying to steal my phone? I still got it. Okay. Yeah. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Give it up again for Nate.
That's too bad. I was really trying to steal his phone.
You don't want it.
Yeah. I don't know if you know this, but we have a celebrity in this room right now. Are you ready for your main event?
Yes.
The ladies call him Casanova. The fellas, they're just jealous of him. But everyone here, they call him Easton. East the Beast Rodriguez!
I got you.
It's a grip. You got a grip. I'm gonna go to the take 2. Fix my staring. I know.
He killed all his suspense.
Alright, sorry. Give it up for East the Beast! Yeah! That was sick. Give it up for him one more time. All right, you guys ready for some more? Yeah. This next artist, Rose Shapley.
Oh.
Give it
I just came to see you.
up for her. She's like, keep it going, keep it going, keep it going.
It's a cappella, I don't need that. My dad would say, I'm Shapley, the wife is Shapley. Or wait, oh, I said that totally reversed. You get it. Last name is Shapley, so the wife is Shapley, he's the Shapley. So I am of the Shapley Shapleys. So anyway, I have a couple of songs that came to me, so I'm just singing them a cappella. And it's a great crowd. Thank you for being here. All right, so the first song, I've wasted priceless time on some questions, although busy working at improving our world. Some people stop me asking, what do you do? Want answer true, want answer truly. I'm doing the best I can at following a fine plan of celebrating peace, love forever, forever, forever. I'm thankful for everyone and everything, for nourishing my being, for an abundance of healing, for all love and faith comforting. Some people stop me asking, what do you make? For heaven's sake, I want answer, I want answer. I'm making love to the world as best I can. I'm following a divine plan of celebrating peace and love forever, forever, forever. I'm thankful for everyone and everything, for nourishing my being, for an abundance of healing, for all love and faith comforting. When people ask me, what do you make? I stop myself from asking, who is more worthy? When people ask me, what do you make? But remember, my answer is priceless. We are all priceless. Priceless.
Yeah.
Song sheet so you could all join me on the final chorus. Are you ready? I'm thankful for everyone and everything, for nourishing the being, for an abundance of healing, for all love and faith comforting. See, I knew I needed that song sheet. The other song is Alape, or Alapai. Alape is the winery, and they said on the radio it's for Big Sky Heaven. So, but it's said, according to the Shumash, who should know, it's their word, is actually Alapai, Big Sky Heaven. So, here it is. There is a radiant light of love, a big sky heaven up above, and in the darkness of the night, or in the brightness of daylight, Alapai, the Shumash side, Alapai. With every breath, Alapai. With every step, Alapai. With every sweet sip, Alapai. There is a radiant light of love, a big sky heaven up above, and in the darkness of the night, or in the brightness of daylight, Alapai, the Shumash side. all the time.
Give it up for Rose, everybody. That's beautiful. Thank you for coming.
You too.
Next musician coming up. Get ready for Zero Art. We'll be here in just 1 second. I said, wait, are you ready? I will do it real slow. Get ready for Zero Art.
It's okay, they're very good.
Zach, you can use this to measure your heart.
Oh, perfect, thank you. Okay. Hey, how's everyone doing tonight? You guys are awesome. Happy to see everyone here tonight.
We love you, cousin.
Hey, I love you guys. Thank you so much. So this was really like an unexpected treat, really. Really? Did I really forget my
Oh, you know what?
Wait, no, I got it.
Easton has.
I got like two little mini pockets here. Yeah, so I know that they have these every first Friday of the month. Just to let you guys know, they have these every first Friday of the month. And I was like, okay, I hadn't heard anything, and so I messaged one of the staff here, Miss Sylvia, and I said, hey, is this still going on tonight? And she said, yeah, and I said, okay, perfect. And so I really wanted to come out to try to perform, because we've done this in the past, and it was really fun. All right, sorry. Oh, what happened? Did I kill it? Oh, there we go.
Yeah, that was me.
Check. All right, cool, thanks. So, can you throw me that water? Sorry, I forgot to bring that water.
Which one is?
So you might see, yeah, that's good. Thank you. Thank you. So you might see some art behind me. Just to let you guys know, a little shameless plug here. I'm an artist here, a full-time artist here in Hanford, and I love painting landscapes. Occasionally I'll paint landscapes that kind of create other things like a skull, so you'll see like these little skull faces here, but it's really a landscape. I have a new show on YouTube called The Sorrows of Painting, and don't be scared when you see it. I might not look the same. I got like makeup on and a wig and everything, but it's a mashup of Bob Ross mixed with goth. So it's Goth Ross. The Sorrows of Painting with Goth Ross. But if you check up on Zero Art, it's all under Zero Art. If you want a card, just let me know. All right, I have a couple of songs. I like to create music every once in a while, and hoping to have some new stuff out soon. So thank you so much. This song is called "Release the Fucking Epstein Files." All right. Like this is an all-ages show, and I shouldn't be using profanity. I'm sorry. Fuck you. My kids are here. Bad father, bad father.
They swear too.
Hey, thanks again to the theater. Thanks to the Lil Brick Theater for doing this. Much love to everybody who makes it possible and makes it happen. So thank you guys for coming out and for your support. Let's see. All right, I'm going to try to hash one more out. And this one I was practicing earlier, and I was struggling with the vocals. So if you hear me struggling, then I warned you. Again, my name is Zach Rodriguez. I'm a Hanford native here, born and raised here in Hanford, California. With the Rodriguez roots here. We got Rodriguez roots here. Yeah. So again, zero art too. Got to plug in the zero art. Let's check it out. All right, this song is called "Release the Fucking Epstein Files Already." It's this world that makes it tough. It's this world that we know. It's the ways that make it right. It's the way that we go. Yeah, we go. I've listened to signs and looked inside. Will be what's left of me. It's this world that makes it tough. It's this world that we know. It's the ways that make it rough. It's the way that we go. Yeah, we Thanks again, my name is Zach.
Give up for zero art. Make sure you find them on YouTube, on the socials, all that good stuff. All right, we got one more musician, but the fun's not gonna end. We're gonna have some poetry after that, and then we're gonna have some comedy. So you guys cool to stick around? Yeah, okay.
We're ready, Les. Yeah, anytime.
You all set?
Yep.
We're ready for you.
All right.
Hey, wait, maybe when I get done, you won't be able to do that. Okay, here's probably one you probably heard a long time ago. I've been to a lot of music places and jams, and nobody sings some of these songs I sing. Maybe there's a reason for it. I don't know. They get requests, maybe I don't. Anyway, remember that song Angel Judy? You ever hear that before? You ever my angel? Okay. That's probably the reason why. You came down out of heaven to make me happy here, to smile away my sorrows, kiss away my tears.
But that one is.
It seems I've always loved you, though we never met before. But now you're in my heart, dear, to live forevermore. You're my angel, Judy, you're my darling. some of these jams I've gone to, they never heard a song before sing by, I don't know why, they've been sung before many times. Here's one I know you remember this, a good singer that, in fact, he passed away, he committed suicide, if you remember, Farron Young. He was one of my favorite singers, and the one I really fell in love with, I bought the record, and I wore that record out till he scratched, tick, 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 you hear that? Yeah. Called 4 in the morning. It's 4 in the morning. Well, music got enough light in here. I should put my glasses on, maybe that's the reason why. Hey, we got more than 2 people here. It's 4 in the morning and once more the dawn, and just woke up the morning and me, wishing I never met her, knowing if I forget her, how much better off she would be. The longer I hold on, the longer this goes on, the harder it's gonna be. But it's 4 in the morning and once more the dawn, and just woke up the wanting in me. I never deserved her, God knows when I hurt her, that's the last thing that I wanna do. She tries, but you can't tell how she feels, but I know too well what she's going through. If I loved her so much, I don't know I can do the right thing and just let it be. But it's 4 in the morning and once more the dawn, and just woke up the wanting in me. Last night I told her, this time it's all over. Make it 10 times I've told her goodbye. Last night we broke up, this morning I woke up for the 10th time, changing my mind. I saw more love in her eyes when I left her than most foolish men will ever see. And it's 4 in the morning and once more the dawn, and just woke up the wanting in me. It's 4 in the morning and once more the dawn, and just woke up the wanting in me. Thank you all.
Teach me everything you know.
One more time, give it up for Les. I'm so sorry. We all missed out because I don't know how to read. So one more time, my apologies, Les. Thank you so much. Give it up for him. Poetry's coming up in a minute. Stick around.
That was good, huh? Thank you, man.
There you go.
Good stuff.
Thank you guys. Appreciate it.
I feel like I was never.
Hello, hello, hello. All
of the poetry and storytelling portions of whatever open mic. Thank you for being here tonight. Just want to let you know, restrooms are right over there, drinks are right out there, so help yourself, support the theater. This is a great space. Your donations help support events like this, as well as improv and acting classes that are offered for free here for the community on a weekly basis on Wednesdays. For all ages, kids, adults, anyone, come in. I recently started coming and I'm having so much fun. It's a great space. Just let loose, get creative, yeah. So your support helps things like that, helps your community. So thank you so much. We'll get more into how you can help the community and the theater in a minute. I'm gonna start us off with some poetry. I noticed today it's been getting really nice and I'm excited because spring's coming. Spring is coming. The seeds have been planted. Spring is coming. Soon those wishes will be granted. I know it can seem distant. We can also be persistent. Sensing the next level, wondering what it will entail. Transitional paths paved with automotive entrails. Pay attention. It's in the details. In what seems so absurd. Not getting what you want because it's not what you deserve. What is it? Let's hear it then. Say it with your chest. Manifest with pure intentions. You deserve the best. The next stage, the turn of the page. Spring is coming. The seeds have been planted. Spring is coming. Soon those wishes will be granted. Thank you. All right. We're going to jump right into some poetry. I'd like to invite to the stage a super cool artist friend of mine, Francisco.
Hello, everybody. Yeah, that old guy reminded me of my grandpa. My grandpa was alive right now. I would tell him, get back in your hole. Don't disrespect the living. Back in there. Alright. This poem's called Butterflies. It's about tolerance. I sat with an older gentleman. He whispered about his neighbor being a butterfly. He meant it as an insult. A butterfly. Butterflies begin as caterpillars. Butterflies make themselves cocoons. Butterflies struggle, stretch, and they fly when they are ready. He meant to speak ill of someone, a butterfly. Butterflies make the world bright. Butterflies travel thousands of miles to mate and die and live again. Butterflies feed birds. He meant it as evil. Everyone should love butterflies, even if you are not one. Butterflies, butterflies, butterflies.
One more time for Francisco. We're picturing butterflies now. Picturing butterflies. Thank you. All right, next up, another favorite here at the Whatever Open Mic. Welcome to the stage, Lupe!
It's me. Okay, here I am. Gotta stand. Okay, let me know if I go over. You know, shout it out because I'm not looking. Okay? Okay. All right, thank you. The first one I'm going to do is called Encyclopedia College. And it's just about me when I was a kid and I used to read. It's called Encyclopedia College. When I was just a kid, about the age of 10 or 12, I enjoyed what was called solitude. In silence I would delve. And it was in those hours of silence that my brain made beautiful noise. It was the sound of pictures, an array of beautiful words. At home in my mind, peaceful and unstirred. The solitude and the silence did not appear unaided. Encyclopedia on a shelf, so old the covers were faded. The Children's Illustrated Treasury of Knowledge was my private college. Sometimes I read, sometimes I looked. So many times I'd be lost in that book. I gazed upon the children of the world, their costumes and their traditions. I wish I could be just like them, but I was a contradiction. I read about musical instruments, from accordions to the zither. I dreamed I might make music someday, but that dream has finally withered. I read about the ballet, their costumes and their dance. I tried to do an arabesque if I had a stage and the courage to take the risk. My favorite chapter, poetry, the art of written expression, drew me in and demanded my fullest attention. From Robert Browning to William Blake, worlds of thoughts to articulate. The poems were like holiday, a treat, a retreat, a place I'd want to stay. But in the end, I'm still at home, in my room, all alone. But for a while I drifted away, I met with poets and danced a ballet. And what's yet to come, I cannot say.
Yeah.
Let me see. All right, here's one. Let me do another one. Wait. Yeah, let me do this one first. Okay. Recently, my mother passed away in March. And before then, she was going through dementia. So in the year of 2024, she was already showing signs of dementia and wasn't remembering a lot of things. So it brought me to write this poem about her. And September 25th, 2024 is when I wrote it. It's called Mama. Thank you for holding a moment of my life in your thoughts. My heart dances with joy each time you share a memory of me. I love how your smile shyly appears when you describe the faded landscapes of your life, your years. Details are lost, faceless figures float in a timeless world. Colors faint, shapes slip away, pile into a corner of the night, begging to see the light of day. Crucial to me were the vivid colors and distinct shapes that painted your past, that told so many stories, elaborate and true, that conjured an image that was distinctly you. Gone are the moments of excitements and pains, lost are the joys, the tears, and the stories they contain. In my heart, like a lingering fragrance, you'll always remain. Thank you for holding a moment of my life in your thoughts. A memory, a day gone by, an emotion now laced with pale colors and shapes without form. Transparent recollections of weddings, birthdays, and babies unborn. You may struggle to know me. I fear you may forget my name. As hot as the blaze, so is the flame. I look back on our footprints before they fade, our paths, our journeys, life's sweet serenade. My heart dances with joy when you reminisce about me. Thank you for sharing a mother's love, a precious keepsake I treasure. It comforts my heart and will outlive my forever. Last one I have. This is based on a true story. After my mom passed away, I did get a lot of her documents and papers and a lot of stuff that she had put away in envelopes and little boxes and little places, just a lot of stuff. And I found an old newspaper clipping that was put away, and for some reason when I read that same night, I lost it. It just disappeared from the house. It's just weird.
Wow.
I can't find it anywhere. But I remembered the clipping and I wrote about it. And it's about my mom's mother's brother. Okay? So his name was Bonifacio Encinas. So this is the story it's called The Story of Bonifacio Encinas, and it was from a newspaper clipping that I read. Here's the story of Bonifacio. Frank Encinas was his name. He wasn't famous, he isn't known, but here's his story, it's just the same. Bonifacio said he did it. He was the guilty one. Born in the late 1800s, With 4 sisters, he was the only son. His sisters were Helen, Rose, and Marie, but the oldest, Antonia, was great-grandmother to me. Bonifacio, as the story goes, earned a cell in San Quentin. Was it because of passion and love, like the story was written? The headline in the yellowed clipping glared that a man had killed his wife. It was in fact Bonifacio who did it with a knife. Wife number 5 no longer loved him and wanted someone else. Bonifacio wouldn't have it. He wanted her for himself. He took a knife and raised it and stabbed her multiple times. She died at his hands, covered with blood, in the summer of 1939.
Wow.
True story, I'm afraid. Thank you. Thank you, thank you.
All right, coming up next, Joe. Joe? Let's see. Joe Powell? Yeah. Yeah. There you go. Welcome to the stage, Joe.
Hey, what's up? Make some noise! Make some noise! Damn! Okay, I'm 70 years young. I said young. I went to the doctor, gave me some bad news. Said, you're too old to die. I said, damn! So I went home and had 5 bong hits and drank a beer. I went on one blind date in my life. I was in the Philippines, I was in the Navy, and I was going out with all these wild girls. It was fun for a while, but then it didn't get no fun because it was too easy. Too easy. Too easy to pick up a girl. Too easy. I wanted a decent girl. So my friend goes, my girlfriend knows a decent girl. I said, okay, hook me up. So the next day I went to go pick her up. She wasn't there. I said, where is she? She had to work late. Okay, I let that slide. Tomorrow. So tomorrow comes, she's not there. What the hell's going on? She had to work late again. Well, at least I don't have a lazy girl. So the third time, she wasn't there again. I said, what's up? She goes, we have to go pick her up. Well, I forgot all about the quaalude that I did half hour before I met her. My hobby was drugs. So, I picked her up, and she's nice. Couldn't hold her hand. She told me she didn't want nothing to do with anybody that did drugs. I'm like, oh shit. So, we went to a club, and I remember going on the dance floor, and that was it. I woke up. It was the next day. I said, oh shit, what did I do? And there she was. I said, did we? She goes, no, we didn't. I go, oh. She goes, do you remember what happened? I go, no. She goes, we went on the dance floor, we danced. We danced. Had a good old time, danced. And then you wouldn't quit dancing. You just kept dancing. You wouldn't quit. You just kept dancing. I just kept dancing. And I passed out. She told her friend she would never, ever go out with that guy again. But I got her back. I got her back. Don't mess with me. I got her back. You know how?
Yeah.
Do you know how?
How?
Do you know how?
How?
Do you know how?
How?
We've been married for 6 years. Thank you. I was in the Navy. All my Navy stories are true. If anybody gets offended, I don't give a fuck. But they are true. So one day, I was on the ship and we were about to take off. My friend comes up to me and says, Want a sugar cube? Sure. So I took it. I was 21, I'd take anything. So a half hour later, I asked my friend, hey, what's that sugar cube? Oh, that's LSD. Oh, okay. Everybody in the Navy takes LSD on the ship. So all of a sudden, there was man overboard. I didn't know where to go. All I saw was colors. I was hallucinating. I was having a good time. So they said, whales on the starboard side. I saw psychedelic whales on the starboard side. Yes, I did. One time I went to a concert in Fresno, and I always shared my weed. I wasn't stingy. Want some weed? Sure. So this girl goes, what are you doing after the concert? I go, well, I don't know. Goes, want to go to a party at Fresno State? Hell yeah! So after the concert, we partied down. We smoked, we snorted, we drank, we did everything. And you know what I did at 5 o'clock in the morning? I was cooking eggs. I was a Navy cook. I was cooking eggs. That's right. So another time, I went to a concert, and a friend of mine came up to me and goes, you want a trip? Sure. So I gave me this thing called Mr. Natural. Well, I had a good time, but 5 o'clock, I have to cook again. On the line, cooking eggs. Well, I'm hallucinating. Guy says ham and cheese. I throw it on through. Whoa, look at that. Somebody else said combination. Whoa, look at that. And if anybody here knows anything about acid, you start laughing after a while. You laugh at anything. You laugh at somebody breathe or sneezes. You laugh. So I started laughing. And I started laughing and laughing and laughing. And finally somebody took me off the grill. Said, well, what do you want? I said, acid. She goes, okay. So, a lot of times I go out, do things, but I always came back at 5 o'clock, I was cooking eggs. Yes, I was. One time in Hawaii, true story, me and my friend got high off of...
Sorry, when I was doing this, I was trying to signal to you to give you a light, and I did this.
Oh, am I too fast?
There's a train horn, I thought you would hear it.
Yeah, son.
Is he at time? So I want to make sure we get everybody in.
Yeah. Okay,
I'm sorry. Hey, thank you. Give it up for it, guys.
Next time.
Yeah! So if anyone hears a train whistle, that's what that is, okay?
I didn't know.
I know one knew.
Thank you, Joe. Thanks, Joe. All right. The next poet, our last poet for the poetry round, is not only a great writer but also a great actor. Please welcome Soyo Martha to the stage.
Hola, hola. This is a letter to the little girl who put her arm next to mine and said we couldn't be friends because we did not look the same. There was a group of you, all with the same color skin, the same kind of skin, you said. Yours is different, you told me. But when I looked at mine, all I saw was more hair. I walked behind you alone, little girl. I was so let down and sad and confused. I remember walking into the bathroom stall, staring at my arm, trying to figure out what I did wrong. We were in the same grade, the same class, learned the same things, but we were not the same. We called our parents different things, ate different foods, spoke different languages at home, but I knew none of that until you pointed with your finger to your arm than mine. We did not look the same. Since I thought more hair was the issue, when I was old enough to sneak in a shave, I would, then later some nair. The only mocking I hoped would be true, not even coming from you, was that I was about to turn into a werewolf. A mixture of hurt feelings and fantasies drove me to subconsciously, sometimes consciously, keep my friend group small and adjust my habits, convinced still it was because I had more hair. But the more I watched, the more I understood why your friends all looked the same. Years later, I learned new words and phrases like speak English, or go back to where you came from. I realized then why you and your crew looked the same. It wasn't my hair. Okay, a little bit my hair. But I learned no amount of nair or asking to change my language or customs at home was going to help me fit in with you. My only regret is that nair left me with less hair. A part of me I changed permanently because you would not be my friend. Little girl whose name I don't even remember, I've learned so much from our encounter. I caught a glimpse of the woman you were going to be. Even as a child, you had hatred embedded in you by those raising you. I don't actually care what you've encountered since our encounter. If you've come to learn and be aware and actively resist who you are learning to be from those around you. I wanted to be your friend so bad that I think I may have asked you to be my friend. I have a good memory, but that part's a blur. But in the off chance that I did ask you and your caring crew to be my friend, little girl who put her arm next to mine and said we couldn't be friends because we did not look the same, I write you to rescind my offer.
All right, one more time for Martha. All right, and now we're gonna jump into our storytelling portion of the evening. You know this guy, you love this guy. Please welcome to the stage, Nate.
I want to know what happened in Hawaii.
Yeah.
I really do. Save that for next time. So,
Next time.
A story. I'm gonna start with. So my family's from here. We have lots of history. I'm going through boxes of history at my house. I'm getting sick of it already. And my uncle used to say, and I disagree with him, who wants to live in Hanford? Hanford's the middle of nowhere. I disagree with that wholeheartedly. So I'm going through these boxes, and I come across this old box. I pull it out. This is the middle of the night, and the trains are going like crazy in the background. So I open up the box, and it is a treasure trove of Valley history. I had, out of the box, I pulled David Frame's watch. This is a watch that came over Donner Pass after the Donner Party and into Fresno, 1850, 1860. It's one of the oldest things. I have the box from Victor Roberts. His trip was around the Horn, New York, around the Horn to San Francisco, came into the Valley through Cole Lincoln, Victor Roberts. I have too much history in my family. So, then I came across the old photo books of the Cameron family. My great-grandfather is Keith Cameron McRae. That's Keith Street is named after him. Catherine Street is his sister, my aunt, in the Cameron family. And I found pictures. It's the building of Hanford. It's the Civic building when it was being built. So like Back to the Future stuff, Part 3. And it seems to me, looking over all this history, that everyone comes to Hanford, California.
Okay.
The Cameron family, their history, they came over from Scotland the same week of the Tea Party on a boat called the Pearl. They went into, they got land in New York. Then the revolution started. They went to Canada because they chose the wrong side. That guy was called John the Wise because he left before everyone else got. And then the Camerons came back down from Canada and into Hanford about 1890s. And so I look at Hanford where it is, and I gotta say, I disagree with my uncle. Hanford is not in middle of nowhere. It's at the center of everything. Thank you.
Hometown history right there. Give it up for Nate one more time. All right, and it's time to welcome back to the stage our good friend Lupe.
But I had to write it down because, you know, my memory just forgets things and I don't want to leave anything out that's really, really, really good and pertains to the story. The story is called Little Red Rooster. Do you already know that song? Yeah. Yeah? Okay, Little Red Rooster by special request. You can say that I've been surrounded by music since childhood. I don't mean that we were a musical family, no one played an instrument. Nor have we ever experienced a live concert growing up, while I was growing up. But what we did have was a radio and a record player. The source of my appreciation of music sprung from tunes emanating from AM radio and the old crank record player that we had at our house. Although music was in our home for a long time, before I was born, my awareness of music started kind of like when I was about 3 years old, I guess you can say. When experience, start to become your reality. And my reality was my father's. Tony, who loved to listen to music. And thus his music became my music. And my father's music was rock and roll and R&B. Whether through the radio or the crank record player, music provided joyful outlet. Music was especially appreciated when we lived in the Bay Area, in the farm labor camps that we lived in every summer. We didn't have a TV, we had the radio, and we had the crank record player. Okay, so by the 50s, the beat of rock and roll spilled into my being. I can remember listening to Fats Domino, The Platters, Elvis, Bobby Darin, and many other artists of the 50s. I sang to Paul Anka's Put Your Head on My Shoulder, and I would croon to Little Anthony and the Imperials' Tears on My Pillow, and I would sing Everly Brothers' All You Gotta Do Is Dream, that song. And I screamed to Little Richard's Long Tall Sally and Elvis's Hound Dog, long before I was 10, so all this music was just part of my life. However, the change in our lifestyle also changed my music experiences. I was 10 and a half years old when we stopped migrating to the Bay Area for work. My father got a full-time job at Armstrong Rubber Company. And since he was a day sleeper because he worked swing shift, music had to be kind of quiet during the day. So now we had TV during the all year round, because when we lived in the camps, we didn't have TV, all we had was radio. That didn't last for long though, because I was in the 5th grade when my classmates started whispering things like, "Hey, did you hear the Beatles are coming? The Beatles are coming." And I don't know who the Beatles were. And I was kind of scared. I thought maybe we're being invaded by something. And, maybe it was an insect or something, I don't know. But I did know who to ask, the expert, my older sister, who was I think she was a freshman in high school. And so I asked her, and, she knew who the Beatles were, and we started listening to them on the radio. And we liked them, and we really grooved to the Beatles on the radio. And then Ed Sullivan came and brought the Beatles into our home and in my life. And I was mesmerized by them, and I fell in love with them. And there was a beautiful transition from what rock and roll and R&B was towards the Beatles. They opened the gates to a slew of music from England, dubbed the British Invasion, and music returned to my world in a really, really cool way. By the time I was in my first year of junior high school in 1965, Couldn't tell you how old I am. I had my own selection of music that impassioned me. My listening pleasures included the Beatles, of course, and all their music styles. And it was evident that they listened to similar 50s artists that I knew, like Little Richard and Chuck Berry and the Coasters. And I was also devoted to listening to a variety of British and American rock and folk and R&B, the Rolling Stones, the Animals, the Bob Dylan, the Mamas and the Papas, the Zombies, the Young Rascals, the Kinks. I had all their music. The rhythm and the sounds in their vocals and their lyrics embedded in my heart and my soul. Radio again became our pastime as we entered our teens. Radio stations such as KNGS, KCOK, and KLAN became popular for bringing music into everyone's households. Music on the radio was a mix of standard American artists, British artists, R&B, folk, American pop sounds. It was a mixture on those AM radio stations. You heard everything. Often the DJs encouraged their listeners to call and make special requests. Many of my classmates did. However, making a special request wasn't easy, they say. The phone lines are always busy, and the wait was nearly impossible. The special request lines initiated competition between music styles, and many of my classmates were abandoning the Beatles and similar artists for the American pop sound. To me, the American pop sound was not in the same league as the Beatles and other R&B and rock music. I couldn't understand how Little Red Riding Hood or Snoopy versus the Red Baron could climb higher than Paperback Writer or Mother's Little Helper. The new pop songs were starting to climb the charts. A ridiculous song was out called Red Rubber Ball. Anybody know that song? See? It was a fast-paced, bouncy song by an unknown group whose voices I thought belonged on a TV commercial. My classmates were loving that song, Red Rubber Ball. I couldn't get that little song, that title out of my head. I had to do something to counter that trend of pop music request. So I decided to call and request myself a song. I wanted to request a new rock or R&B song. So again, I turned to the expert, my sister, who was now in high school. My sister recommended a song she liked by the Rolling Stones that didn't receive much time on the air called Little Red Rooster. We didn't have that record at home, and it was so obscure that even I, the music fanatic at that time, hadn't heard it. I didn't even have that song engraved in my brain like all the other music in my life. However, my sister's description of it piqued my interest and my crusade. I had the request line phone number written on a strip of paper, and I was determined to make that song a #1 hit. Butterflies swarmed in my stomach just thinking about making a phone call to a radio station. Our lone telephone sat in the living room, the only gathering place of our family besides the dining room. I'd have to make that call before everyone drifted in to watch TV. I dialed the number, busy. Dialed again, busy. Do I stay on the line until someone answers or just hang up and dial again? I wasn't sure what the correct procedure was. Sometimes I listened to the busy signal for a couple of minutes. Other times I'd hang up and quickly redial. I was hoping to get a call made without having my family's curious ears around me. Then at last the phone rang. It rang and rang until finally a man's voice suddenly asked me, "What's your name and what's your request?" I had to think fast. I was really nervous. This is real. I was talking to myself. I'm talking to a DJ. What's my request? It's that Rolling Stones song. What is it? My sister knows it. I had to think really quick. And I said, something with red. And I go, okay, Red Rubber Ball. I blurted out.
Oh, no.
Then as the DJ thanked me for my request, disbelief and disappointment ran in with my enthusiasm, just took it away. The dark feeling I had, I let the Rolling Stones down. It crept all over me. But what hurt the most was knowing that I promoted a song that I didn't even like. That was the last time I made a special request. I didn't even tell a single person that I had made that phone call, not even my sister. Well, Red Rubber Ball somehow climbed the charts, but Little Red Rooster didn't. Later I learned that Little Red Rooster by the Rolling Stones was never released in America, but it became their first blues song to reach the top British charts in 1964. Back at school, the girls chattered about their special requests, but I remained silent, defeated by my own words. However, the golden oldies, the Beatles music, and the multitude of music it influenced continued to soothe my soul as they allowed my past and my present to come together. Thank you. Thank you.
All right, we got a last minute sign up for storytelling. Will Lanny come to the stage?
I never been here before. I know Stevie. So,
Get that.
my name's Lanny. I thought something up last minute here, and there's a story from something happened to me when I was younger.
Do you want to take it off? There you go. Let's go this way. There you go. All right. You're welcome.
I was just starting college, and there was a Rolling Stones concert coming up. It was Rolling Stones, Jay Giles, George Thorogood, and somebody was opening for him. So I went out there, and it was festival seating, and there was some privileged seating kind of up in the balconies a little bit. So I saw a group of people walking in the privileged seating, and I snuck in with them. And I heard something behind me. There was security. He was started shouting something, and he kind of coming towards me. And I started running towards like a middle bar. So I hopped over it, and I hung down, and it dropped. It was a pretty far drop, and I didn't get hurt though. So I was down there, right in the front, near the stage, close to the everything. And so I kind of kept getting in towards the middle, and I got pretty close to the front. And it was the first act that came out. It was Prince. He was opening act, and I'd never even heard of him.
Wow.
So and I was all, yeah, we were all stoned. I smuggled in a few doobies, and so it was fun. But he came out, and this is the odd thing, because he was like, I never even heard of him, and a lot of people hadn't before. And he came out there. He was kind of dressed up a little bit, and it wasn't like, because we're like a rock and roll crowd, and he came out and we're like, and not me so much, because I was just there for the show. But a lot of people got angry, and they were like shouting at him and throwing things at him, and so he didn't even finish his song. He didn't even finish his song. He turned and ran off the stage. And so then his manager came out, and they booed him off too. But it was. I saw later just how famous and wonderful performer he actually is. Yes. And I can see some pain in some of the songs.
Yes.
It's like, and I kind of wonder if the people there, contributed to the pain that he maybe relived throughout his life. I hope not. Because I mean, I didn't participate, but I was there, and it was really something to have witnessed it, and to learn to later to have seen him become so famous, and Bricks and such a big star.
Yeah. Yes.
So.
Yeah.
I just wanted to relate to tell you what happened. It was a really cool concert, but that was the real thing, the big thing that happened was seeing him get booed off the stage.
Wait, what year was this?
It was 82, I think it was. It was the LA Coliseum.
See, I already had his hit. That 1999. That was in 1980. 1999 was a hit. See how they just didn't know.
He didn't do that. He did some song. It was like,
Wow.
it was a Start F or whatever.
Oh.
If you ever heard that one, but he was.
Heartbreaking.
But you didn't even finish the first song. You didn't.
Yeah.
So maybe if you'd done it in 1999, it would.
Maybe. Did they?
So here's another story. Me and my buddies were drinking and Kid and I, and they were doing this. You know, you ever seen the Stratton Tartan Theater over there in Hanford High?
What?
The Stratton Tartan Theater. It's real tall. It made out of these weird bricks. And so me and my buddies, we had this idea. We were young and strong back then, and drunk and high. And so we had this idea that we would climb up the side of the wall and see if we could make it, because it's really high. And so we started climbing, and you can muscle your way up, and you can find little footholds here and there. And we made it all the way to the top.
Wow.
And we were and we went to, there's a middle door, trap door or whatever at the very top, and we pulled it and opened with a cool hole. And so we went inside. I hope there's no police officers here. So we went inside. Okay. We went inside and we smoked and we drank beer, and then I got on stage there and I did improv in front of my three friends.
All right.
All right, thank you, Lanny. All right, I don't really have a story tonight, but about 3 years ago, I started helping host an open mic out in Fresno. And we do that monthly. We still do that once a month. It's actually the last Friday of every month, so this is the first Friday. Last year, I didn't even know about this theater. I came to see a performance here at this theater, and I was just so captivated. I didn't know a space like this existed in my hometown. And talking to Sylvia, connecting with Sylvia, kind of saying I'm interested in doing some kind of open mic situation here, and knowing that Julio was already interested, and we kind of just got together, and that's how Whatever Open Mic was born. And it warms my heart to see all the people here, to see the kids that were here earlier, to see the community coming together. And like I said earlier, it's important to support spaces like this, to keep spaces like this alive, so that we're able to keep coming together like this. I want to invite my lovely assistant onto the stage. My lovely assistant, Amanda. And she's gonna let you know how you can support the theater.
Thank you. So there's a couple ways you can support the theater. The first way you've already done, you showed up tonight. Yay! You've clapped for the people who have bravely stepped on this stage, which is not easy. Yay! You bought drinks and snacks, that helps too. And the one that we're all hoping you will do tonight is you will add a little bit of extra change. You might have $1 that you were saving for the water jug, but maybe you have another one at home and you can contribute that one to tonight. Maybe you've got some extra pocket change. Honestly, every little bit helps. So I'm going to go around and I'm going to, with no pressure at all, but give you the opportunity to donate cash to the Lil Brick Theater, like Megan said. Sylvia puts on a lot of fantastic programming here, in addition to the once a month First Fridays open mic, free acting classes for kids, teens, and adults, plus improv, oftentimes shows you can come see. We started the music. There's all kinds of stuff, and the more support that we have from the community, the more that can be offered here. So again, thank you so much for showing up and for really helping us embody this dream of having an active, thriving arts and cultural community right here in our hometown. Thank you.
All right, we'll be back in about 5 to 10 minutes with those laughs. The comedy's coming up next, so stick around, go get your drinks, get some fresh air. We'll see you back here in about 5 to 10 minutes. Thank you.
I know we said.
Yeah, we're good. Can you guys hear me? Yeah, we're good. Small stage, you can hear it pretty much anywhere. I know we said 5-10 minutes, but it's getting a little late, so I said, fuck it, let's get it started, right? So here we are, we're gonna get the comedy portion started. I am your comedy host for the night. I'm Julio Gonzalez. Thank you guys for staying. I hope you guys like dick jokes, because you're gonna hear plenty of them. Not for me though. So I don't wanna like fuck this up. That's what I just. There we go. There we go. How you guys doing tonight? Sticking around? Cool. I really appreciate anyone still here for comedy. You guys are great. I do put on comedy shows here every 2 months called Pinche Comedy Night. If you've seen it on Facebook, I'm the one always posting that annoying shit, so I apologize. I try to post cute flyers around places too, that's fun.
Are you involved with the
Valentine's Day is right around the corner, guys. It's a fun time. I love spending money, so fuck you, I'm a baller like that. No, I'm just kidding, it's rough. It's a rough time. Last year my girlfriend was like, hey, hold up, wait, sorry. We good? We good?
Yeah.
We're good?
Yeah.
Cool.
Sorry.
No, it's okay, we rushed it, you know? I'm the dick, you know what I mean?
No.
No, it's okay, you're good, you're good. Anyway, so yeah, it's right around the corner. My girlfriend was like, hey, you don't gotta buy me nothing crazy, just, buy me some lingerie. It's cool. That shit's crazy, dude. That shit's like $120 for something I can tie my shoes with. That shit's wild, bro. That shit's wild. And the worst part about it is having to buy lingerie as a man alone in Victoria's Secret. It's really hard because you just go in the whole experience like, hey, don't be a creep. Don't be a creep, don't be a creep. And you think about it so much, you end up looking like a fucking creep. Because you're just like, can I get help, please? And it's like, I'm not in a trench coat, but fuck, I might as well be. It's rough, dude. And it's just like, I'm in there, and I'm just like, and God bless these workers, dude. They're so sweet. They know I'm just a guy trying to buy lingerie for my girlfriend. So she helped me, and she's like, what do you want? I'm like, can I just get that one, please? And she grabbed it off the shelf, and it went smoothly, dude. Hey, moral of the story, don't overthink buying lingerie. It's not that big of a deal, guys. You're the only one overthinking it, okay? I'm just kidding. You look like a fucking creep, all right? You do. It's unavoidable. I'm not an insecure person. Obviously, I do comedy. I love to hear people laugh. It makes me feel better, but that's not because I'm insecure. But recently, something that I have been insecure about is being around tall people. I don't really care. I'm almost 6 foot, you know what I mean? I'm not gonna say what I am. I'm almost 6 foot, you know? Pretty much there. And I've never had a problem with it, dude, but recently I have. And it's because I'm balding. And they're the only ones that see it. My girlfriend's 5 foot. She doesn't do shit. In fact, unfortunately, recently I had to stop going down on her. Not because I don't enjoy it, but because she'll see it if I go down on her. And I'm the one losing out, dude, really, because I really enjoy that shit, but I enjoy my pride way more, you know what I mean? I'm like, please do not pick up these covers. You're not gonna like what you see. I got on Hims recently, dude, I did. You guys know what Hims is? Yeah, crazy. I'm 25, what the fuck? But here's the crazy part, is you'll get on it and they'll be like, hey, just so you know, this hair pill, and this is the only reason why I feel like it's a scam, they'll be like, hey, this hair pill, it might make you have dick problems. But don't worry, because we got medicine for that. Exactly, right? That's what I'm saying, dog. Hey, we got more Hims, brother. And in fact, you get it, it's half off right now. Fuck. That feels scammy to me, dog. And then like when I got it, they were like, we're gonna connect you to a doctor right away. Don't worry. It's from Arizona. What the fuck, dude? It's like, is this what it felt like buying weed in the 2000s with a medical card? Like you just went to a random doctor in Arizona and he got you one? I could never know that. I just go right across the street and buy it. But yeah, that's crazy, dude. That's how Hims works. They just connect you with a random doctor and he's like, not allergic to this? And you're like, nah. He's like, you're good. Just give it to you. But it sucks, dude. It sucks having to do that at the age of 25. I hate it. It makes me insecure. And what really, really makes me insecure, guys, is this next comic. Because his hair is so luscious. It makes me jealous. He's a good friend of mine. He has a comedy podcast. He runs a bunch of great shows out in Fresno, guys. Give it up for Ethan Wallen.
Keep it going for Julio, everybody. Yes.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, they were planning on that. They were like, this dude, let's get out of here. I've seen this fat fuck before. Oh man, I've been having a weird day. I woke up with food poisoning today. Yeah, somebody has experience. Yeah, it's terrible, dude. Don't eat Trader Joe's sushi. I found out the hard way, dude. You know, I died on the shores of Normandy for you guys. I woke up at 4 a.m. today texting my boss being like, I can't come into work. He read my messages and didn't reply. I drove to work confused with food poisoning, a little hard. It was it's morning, dude. Come on. I'm doing hymns too. But I was driving to work, and I don't think anybody's ever experienced this before except me and one other person. And that's the person that I did it to. I was driving to work, heavy food poisoning, awful, feeling terrible. At a stoplight, I look to my left, I see a beautiful old white lady. You know, early morning, 7 a.m. I look her in the eyes and I grab a cup and I vomit. The look in her face, it was like she just saw the ring, you know? Like I was climbing into her car, just like, it was terrible, dude. I hated it this morning. But you know, we bounced back. I took a fat nap and I got assaulted by my dog. Yeah, I have a scar on my tit now because of her. Fucking Annie. Any dog lovers? Yeah. Shout out, dude. You're back. I love a dog. Dogs are great. We adopted a 2-year-old pit bull that already had puppies. Aww. She's beautiful. Her name's Annie Fantastic. She has distended nipples because she's already had puppies. You know, so whenever I get home, I go, "What's up, girl?" She's like, it's fun. I did that to my ex-girlfriend, not the same response. I go, "What's up, babe?" Bam, bam. Yeah. So I'm single now. So I look like this, you know. You laughed, that hurt. I heard that. That was a no look fucking, I heard you, bitch, that hurt. I get it, the hair. It says, get in my truck. But the body says, get out of my swamp. That sucks, because I'm also a twin. You say on to that?
We have twins.
Oh, you do? Yeah. Oh, hell yeah, dude. How old are your twins?
15.
Fuck, dude. I'm 28.
Oh.
What the fuck's that all about? Will I just jump off? I'm a better twin! Ah!
That's how old my grandkid.
That's how old your grandkids are? Fuck, dude. That sucks.
It's gonna be fun.
Good, I'm happy to hear that. I don't have anything for that. I want to do one more bit. Yeah, food poisoning sucks, but I have a really bad bathroom anxiety. I really do. Like, I go to Table Mountain sometimes, and I have to be in the stalls with headphones on, smashing them in my ears, because I can't poop like a regular person. And that sucks. Because I went to a show recently, and there was no lock on the door. So, you know, me personally, I'm like, I'm going to take this as like a step up, you know? I'm going to take control of my bowels, you know? And I sat there, I have my pants off, you know, taking a nice deuce. I don't mean to face you, brother, I'm sorry. It's like, I hold your hand. But I'm sitting there, I'm on the toilet, and then I just see like this really old Mexican lady just open the door as much as she could. And I don't know if you guys have ever made this noise before while taking a shit, but I went like this. No. No, please. Because she saw everything. And I have a really gross ass. And I'm proud to say it, dude. I'm proud to say it, you know, because I've been told that I have an ass that looks like 16 snipers are trying to aim at my asshole. It's a lot of pimples, you know what I mean? That sucks, dude. Yeah, have you ever had a girl you're having sex with go, gross, when you get up? I always have to go backwards to the bathroom now. That sucks. Yeah, I'm trying to take control of that, you know. And like I said, I'm a twin, and I'll bring it back to this. Me and my twin brother were the runners-up for the Sweet Life of Zach and Cody. Nobody knows that, and that's fine. No Sweet Life on Deckheads. No, cool. But we were the runners-up, and the thing that kept us out of Hollywood was a couple sentences. Yeah, me and my twin brother couldn't read very well. And personally, I love oil, you know? That's what kept us away from Diddy parties. That sucks ass, dude. Not on board for that, huh? It's my life, it's my truth. Oh man, what's one last thing I can get out of here on? I wrote this one-liner. I feel like I'm a sleeper agent that hasn't woken up yet. I'm just trying to hear the right words.
Boom, boom, lasagna.
What if I just fully just... Alright guys, bye. My name is...
Get over Ethan one more time. This next comic, very funny. Also from Fresno. We got in our first fight earlier. Alright. We made up though, so it's okay. Anyways, guys, give it up for Eric Gomez.
Give it up for Julio, guys, for doing this. We got in our first fight because he called me Eric Lopez. What a racist, dude. All of us look alike or whatever. The fuck? Guys, Ethan's my roommate.
Oh.
The fuck was that shit? Makes sense. The fuck was that? I figured. Not gonna lie, he does that nipple thing to me every day, so I'm like, dude, I love when I get home from work, dude. I'm like, and I'll be honest, Ethan's ass is not that bad, guys. So. At the end of the show, we'll all stand up and look at it, like, see what I mean? There's maybe like 3 snipers at most, dude. Guys, give it up for Valentine's Day, huh? Yeah, see a lot of couples here. I'm jealous, guys. I'm pretty jealous. Not gonna lie, I've been thinking about my ex lately. And it's not what you think. It's not because I miss the memories we shared together, or with sex or anything like that. One thing I miss most about her is her bidet. Yeah, some fellow bidet users here. I like that. Yeah, all right, dude. I'm gonna start a cult with bidets. We're out here with clean assholes.
I got one.
Hell yeah. I felt like I'm at church. Preach! Preach! Careful when you stand up, because when the AC's going, it sounds like a wind over a bottle. Just whoo, whoo. Like he does have a bidet. You hear that shit? For those of you who don't know, a bidet is a pressure washer for your ass. A lot of head nods, dude. You guys are fucking all aboard, dude. I like that. It's beautiful because a bidet has different settings on there. Like you could change the pressure, you could change the temperature, and if you hold down the 2 buttons, it hits your G-spot. You see why I'm thinking about her a lot, guys? I miss her so much. The next best thing I have is popping a hole on top of a water bottle and having Ethan spray me down from a distance. I'm a good roommate, guys. I light up like a carnival game. What are you talking about? Do you guys ever get drunk and just make some bad mistakes? That was a quick response. Yup. I tend to do that too. I don't like get drunk and like call my ex or anything like that, but lately what I do is I get very drunk and I start calling all my ex jobs. You know what I mean? It's pretty much the same conversation with your ex. You end up just start crying and talking about times you sacrificed for that bitch. You piece of shit, I gave you everything. Not even a fucking dental plan or nothing, fucking bitch. I hate Home Depot. You guys seem pretty cool, I'll confess. I hit a kid today. Thank you. Finally. You know what I mean? Fuck them kids now. No. I was coming home from work. Yeah, and I was looking for parking. Coming out of nowhere was a red-headed kid riding a pink BMX bike. Yeah. So I did what any of you guys would have done. Sped up. Yeah, fuck them gingers. No. I stopped, guys. I swear I stopped. But the ginger didn't. So now I have a crying kid on the hood of my car, and he has one of those ugly cries, like those. And he's like looking at me, looking at him, crying like a bitch. And he does the whole, please don't tell my mom, please don't tell my mom. And I'm like, kid, don't tell my mom. She's gonna take my car and kick both of our asses. So just so you know, if you see me riding the pegs of a pink BMX bike, just know I hit a narc. Yeah, dude, fuck them kids. Fuck them something. We'll get back to the bidets. No. Do you guys remember where you were when you found out Ricky Martin was gay? Is this news to some of you guys? Did I ruin some of your guys' night? Yes, he's gay. March 29, 2010. That's the day he came out, guys. That was a historical moment in my life. Because the way my mom told me, it was like a family member died. It was like our 9/11. And she's not even homophobe. It's because the way she told me, she was like, mijo. She's a little paisa, apparently. Mijo. Did you hear? Ricky Martin's gay. And I'm like, Mom, you thought you had a chance with Ricky Martin? Dad has a chance with Ricky Martin, dude. I have a chance with Ricky Martin, dude. I don't know. But do you know who else has a chance with Ricky Martin? Your fucking host, guys. Give it up for Julio Gonzalez.
Get up for Eric Gomez one more. I was gonna fucking do it right there. He truly is living La Vida Loca, you know what I mean? That's a Ricky Martin song, assholes, okay? I know ball, alright? I know ball. Anyways, remember that comedy podcast I brought up earlier? Ethan's a host, Eric's a host, and this next comic was our first headliner here for Pinche Comedy Night, and he's also a host of that comedy podcast. Give it up for Vince Accardo, everybody.
It's always a great credit to have. Another white guy with a podcast. The world needs more of those. Hey guys, keep it up for yourselves for being here. Never go. Thank you guys so much. Give it up for love. It's that month as well. Let's hear it for love. I'm just trying to stay topical. I need to write on. I need to, he mentioned I was a headliner. You're not getting that caliber tonight, as you've seen. Yeah, thinking about love this month. Thinking about the apps, of course. That's where you find it. That's where you can buy it too. The future's cool. Yeah, I don't know. Like it's because I went a long time in like relationships, and I'm still kind of new to the apps thing now, and I'm having to use the internet to find love, and I remember what I used to do on the internet, so I'm scared of what happens there. Did anyone else spend a lot of time in AOL chat rooms growing up? Fuck yeah. ASL. Yeah, I used to spend a lot of time as a child in there just pretending to be an adult. I thought that was the coolest thing, and in my dumb little kid brain, I thought like, if these other adults found out I wasn't an adult, they'd be so pissed that I like broke rank or whatever. Little did I know, they'd be psyched. Little did I know, they'd be like, yes, got one. Let's go, baby. And when you're a kid trying to pretend to be an adult, the scariest question is the ASL moment that happens when you're good at it. But eventually you're hitting it off with the fellow adult, you know, just talking about stuff like, in this economy or whatever, and they'll hit you with it, ASL, and it's like, okay, Vince, be cool. Don't freak out. You know how this goes, you know, age, sex, location, we got this. Age. You don't want to go too old, you don't want to go too young. 78, perfect. Sex, can't wait to find out what that is. Can't wait to find out what love is. Location, that's the scariest one, because it's like, okay, be cool. Where do adults come from? Where do they make them? Where do they graze on grass? Vermont, I think, is the correct answer every time. Makes me sound distinguished too, I think, like I read. I don't know, I've been thinking about getting back into it. I think I should just spend more time on AOL. I think it still exists. I can just get back into the game, start catfishing pedophiles. That's what I used to do back in the day when I was a kid. It was just like one tab, Club Penguin, the other one just giving pedophiles blue balls. Maybe I still got it, you know, maybe it's like riding a bike. Maybe I can still get the ASL question pretty fast. It's like, I don't know, because like it took me till I was like 16 to see To Catch a Predator. And I didn't know the shark-infested waters that I was swimming in. And it makes you upset, because it's like, I passed up all that free dick and pizza. You know, I could have... Only because, like, guys, in this economy, like, pizza's only getting more expensive. Dick's still free, but pizza's very expensive. I should know dick's free. I have 2 roommates. And you too, at the end of this show, will be able to fight one of us in the parking lot for our bedroom. The economy's bad. Love, that's what I was talking about. Let's stay on track, guys. Don't get distracted. I don't know, I turned 32 not that long ago. I don't need applause or anything. I wasn't looking for it, it's fine. That's how quiet a 32-year-old's birthday party is, too. It's my birthday! We know. Fucking drink, and so we go. But yeah, I turned 32 recently, and it's like trying to think about love and think about my future, and I'm just like, I made the decision for myself that I'm not gonna have kids. Let's applaud for that. You're welcome, society. It has nothing to do with no one wanting a family with me. Didn't even cross my mind till you guys brought it up. It's nothing to do with that. That's unrelated. I don't not want to have kids because I don't like kids. It's because I masturbate when I'm upset. I just like to let that sit in the room so you guys have time to do the science and the math. Just checking for fellow scientists in the room. I think I have angry swimmers is what I'm saying. Does that translate? Does that math? You know, like if I jerk off when I'm upset, if I jerk off like I'm trying to get rattlesnake poison out of my body, that's a problem, right? I shouldn't create life with that same venom, you know? Seems irresponsible. Does anyone else in here masturbate like they're performing an exorcism? Yes, fellow ghoul in the back. If you haven't tried it, please do. It's better than Folgers in your cup, you guys. When you just right at the end, just start screaming, "From whence you came, you shall remain." It feels awesome. It's powerful. That's what my roommates hear through the wall every night. I don't know. I don't want to have kids. The internet's scary. Delight. I don't know. I'm not gonna even focus on love. I'm just gonna stick to my New Year's resolutions. And it's really cool when your resolutions are more like get tattoos instead of go to therapy. I feel like those are way more achievable. So yeah, I'm gonna get more tattoos this year. I'm excited about it. The next tattoo I'm getting, you guys have probably seen out in the wild before. It's the classic flames around the forearm move. That shit's tough, dude. That's tight. Like, maybe one day I'll own a hot rod or something like. And you could just, if you have flames around your wrist, you could just over exaggerate everything you do with your hands. You know what I mean? Like, don't fuck with me. I punch fast. And those are all bullshit reasons, because the actual reason I want the flames around the wrist tattoo is because if you get that tattoo and you finger someone, that person's now a rocket. I just wanted to leave you guys with that powerful mental image. Hopefully you can make your partner blast off tonight. My name's Vince. Thank you guys for the time.
If Vince got those flame tattoos, he's really never beating Hot Topic manager allegations. I'm just... And tattoos are dangerous, dude, because I have these tattoos, and I used to work at I have anime tattoos. I used to work at a box lunch, dude. The worst people would come up to me, the worst people imaginable. They'd be like, the age of consent in Japan. It's like, whoa, buddy, whoa, whoa, whoa. We're not having this conversation on a Tuesday afternoon. That's crazy. This next comic actually hosts open mics on a Tuesday. Not afternoon, but it's evening, so pretty close. Give it up for the amazing Nikki Spliff, everybody.
Sorry, had the boots, had to do it. Give it one more time for Julio! What's up, you guys? I'm Nikki Spliff. I'm wearing the same boots as the host of the Poetry Night. Styling, profiling, we know what's up. Ever since the Poetry Night, the storytelling thing, I'm a huge fan of the movie Predator. So Long Tall Sally has been going through my head for the entire time. It's mentioned in the Poetry Night, it's one of the greatest songs. Wait, is she even here still? Damn it. Alright, we're moving on, you guys. We're gonna move on. I know I look a little different. That's because I'm non-binary and I'm bisexual. I don't say that to be one of the people that's like, oh, they gotta say their thing and do the whole whatever. I say it because I've heard people like actually betting as to which one I am during the sets or whatever, and it's like plus 350 on trans, and if you add in a parlay for the Gatorade color on the Super Bowl, you make $500,000, and I'm just like, you know, that's cool, but brought to you by DraftKings. I do stand-up. It's been my 5th year doing stand-up. I hosted open mic night, but I always got to go to like places sometimes to do it where a person in a dress, maybe, and a mustache, which is glitter in it, and extra confusing. People are like, we don't know what the fuck they're trying to be. Neither do I. I'll figure it out at some point. I might be AI. Somebody asked me to quit. No, I don't know anything. But it's hard. Sometimes you got to go to like places that are more conservative, do stand-up, but that's what you got to do. That's the game. That's how you got to work it. It's confusing for me because you guys don't think about which bathroom you're going into, but I have to think a lot about it. It's a whole like 1% thing, but in the worst way where I don't have any money. So I had to pee at this one show, and I was like, oh my god. But they got me. I went there, and there was a men's restroom, women's restroom, and then there was a sign with an arrow on it that said trans bathroom. Now that's not what I am, and that's not how that goes, but I was like, they're working on it, okay? They're trying, you guys. They're out there. But there was another sign with another arrow, and another sign with another arrow, and another sign with another, and then finally by the time we got to where it just said trans bathroom, I was in an alleyway next to a dumpster. You guys, they thought of me for real. I never felt so seen. Like they had a space for me to go. The dumpster was pink. It had the word queer spray painted all angrily on it. It wasn't the word queer, but you know what they said. There was even a guy in a 3-piece suit with a red tie outside checking under all the trans and non-binary skirts to make sure we were that when we're going to the bathroom. Top tier service. Wait, is that a thing? Oh shit. Goddamn politicians, every single time. Now, I'm pretty sure it was a Republican politician because of the red tie in the back alley, because the Democratic politicians want to put it out in the open. Pretty sure the next election, they're going to try to get AOC to sleep with a non-binary, and we'll be able to, like, put them on a parade and be like, oh my God, you're going balls deep and putting a non-binary ass to sleep. Vote Democrat. Alright, we'll get out of here on this. Are you guys wrestling fans at all? We have any wrestling fans in the room? Huh? Oh yeah! Little woo, anybody? Yeah. Woo! I mean, he's a little older now and says woo. It's a little bit like that. But I loved wrestling growing up. It's one of those things I felt like I got a lot of fashion from. This is totally like inspired by probably The Undertaker and Goldust in some weird way. But I loved how positively homoerotic wrestling was, okay, you guys? It was really great. The Undertaker, one of the scariest men in the world. When I was young, I was like, that's actually a dead person that comes back to life. Oh my God, he's gonna come out of the closet. When he wanted to pin somebody, finish him off, he would do a little thing called the tombstone pile driver. That's where you put a man 69 to you. He's right here, his crotch is right there, and then you just drop him down real good. And then he doesn't pin him by putting a leg up, because that'd be too serious. He just puts his arms out, and then his dick goes over the face. And then he waits for 3 seconds with the Undertaker's dirty baby maker hanging over you. A little bit homoerotic, just a little bit, you guys. And then another move that it's called the stink face. I shouldn't have to define it, but I'm going to. That's where somebody who's either Japanese or Samoan puts their ass on a guy's face in the corner. And that's the whole move. Like, it's not like they go punch him with it or whatever, they just drop it on him. So they were just eating ass on live TV. My favorite was that Vince McMahon, notoriously crazy control freak, he was one of those people that was like, only what I want goes on the TV, that's what I do. He took the stink face like 120 times. He just wanted to eat some ass on live TV, you guys, okay? Nothing homoerotic about that, it's fine. Alright. You guys have been a great audience. Thank you. I'm gonna get out of here. Let's bring up Julio.
Get up for Nikki Split one more time, ladies and gentlemen. Vince McMahon also crafted a plotline where he impregnated his own daughter. Yeah, no, this is the real thing he did on, like, he was like, yeah, this is what we're gonna put on TV. We're gonna put this shit on pay-per-view. And he made money off that shit. That's the crazy part. America, huh? Anyways, so to the comics that signed up, like, around the front, I'm sorry if you're like, I didn't go first. I got stuck behind a train. Did anyone else see that train? It was stopped for like 2 hours, dude. I was stuck behind that bullshit.
There was an accident.
Is that what it was? Oh, then it wasn't bullshit. I was stuck behind that poor accident. And everybody's okay. Your next comic, he's a good friend of mine. We're gonna keep it moving. He's been doing comedy at this particular venue for a minute. He's been doing comedy some other places. Give it up for Steven Dexheimer, everybody.
Yes, thank you so much. So, I'm also doing a karaoke event if you guys want to come out next month, March 13th. By the way, I'll be plugging that. And I'm going to give you guys a special treat. I'm going to sing the song I lost my virginity to. Now, you may be thinking, I didn't lose it to something like I'll Make Love to You by Boyz II Men or Marvin Gaye's Let's Get It On. I lost it to that Australian song, Down Under by Men at Work. Yes, people remember that song? Thank you. I was 18 years old, and that was her favorite song. But I was thinking with the wrong brain, so why not? I was 18 years old, and I wanted a piece of her Vegemite sandwich, you know? It was a fun time. Piece of her Vegemite, yeah. It's a good night, though. I had a great time that night. We were watching American Pie in the hotel room, and I actually got really sucked into the movie, but my autistic ass wanted to finish it, but she insisted we do something, so I was like, all right, just for you, baby, we'll get it on to Vegemite sandwich time, okay? Yeah, so So I did admit earlier I do have a bidet at my house. It's pretty awesome, I love it. Now I have an uncle who will come over and he has to take a shit, but he will hold that in for an hour and a half till he gets to our house. And then he uses it for about 2 hours. And I could not believe, who uses a bidet for 2 hours straight? But I realized that he's been in prison. Yeah, see? Thank you. You guys get it. So it probably gives him good memories of being in that jail cell with this little booth thing, you know? Probably eat some nice little toilet wine, you know? Little booth thing is little toilet wine, you know? Yeah, and he's also a Raiders fan, so you do with that as you will. So, but yeah, it's a pretty crazy time right now. Yeah. And now one thing, I have no shame, as you can see by my t-shirt. I got no shame whatsoever. And one thing I'm going to admit to right now, and every man's done this. So you guys ever see the movie Silence of the Lambs? Mm-hmm. Yes, great movie, okay. First thing that comes to mind in that scene is where Buffalo Bill was tucking it in. Every man in here that's straight has done that at least one time in their life. Just once. And if you don't admit to that, you are 10% gay. Just 10%, okay? We've all done it. You play that song, Goodbye Horses, you tuck it in, you start saying, would you fuck me? I'd fuck me. We've all done it at least once. And again, if you don't admit to it, 10% gay. If you've done it twice, that's 20%, okay? So you're 80% straight, 20% gay. And I'm not good at math, but I was able to figure that out, so. But yeah, life has been pretty okay for me right now. I have a dog at home, and she's blind and deaf. It's not a fun time, because sometimes we'll be watching TV, and she gets up, and I'm like, oh, Abby, you gotta go potty. I take her outside. As soon as I take her outside, she pees all over me. And it's fun, I'll be watching TV, and all I hear is, she's walking in circles, and she bumps her head in that glass, and I feel so bad, but I laugh at the same time. Something about that is just so funny. A blind, deaf dog who can't see shit and can't hear, it's a little funny, but my mom wants her on her last legs, and I feel bad. It's her therapy dog, you know, but it's the dog that makes me want therapy, you know? So, yeah. Now, I know what you're thinking looking at me, and yes, I am an OnlyFans model. I do OnlyFans for a living. And people wonder why I drink diet soda. That's because I can eat all the Arby's I want for my OnlyFans. $5 a month to see this hairy-chested man on my OnlyFans account, you know? It's a fun time. I love my OnlyFans account. I'll eat anything you request me to for just $5 a month. You want to see me eat Olive Garden breadsticks? You got it. You want to see me eat Arby's roast beef? Again, that's only $5 a month. That's not a bad deal at all. You know? I love doing OnlyFans. It makes me confident. So, makes me confident in my straight figure of my body, you know? You guys a little show? No, you guys are gonna have nightmares after that. I'm sorry about that. Sorry for the nightmares you guys got tonight. So yeah, but life's been okay for me. Again, I get no shame from my parents probably. Thing about my dad is one night was my birthday, and I had turned 25 years old. That's a big milestone, right? Well, I woke up the next morning, and my dad was walking by my room naked, eating bacon. Wasn't sure why, but I looked back and I went, what the fuck? And he went, it's my house, fucker. You don't pay for it. So I did get the light. That's my 5 minutes, but subscribe to my OnlyFans, $5 a month. My name is Steven. Thank you for your time.
He's got to be spending more on the food than he's making a month, right? Oh, okay. Like I'm saying, like he said, he's like Olive Garden breadsticks, Arby's roast beef. I'm like, that shit ain't cheap, dog. Not in this economy. Like $5 a month. If like 3 people subscribe, he's spending way more on food. Eating that, he's eating for fun at this point. That's crazy. So if there was a bunch of kids in here earlier, they're gone now. If you're wondering why, that's why. The last like 4 comics all said shit kids probably shouldn't be hearing. And we're gonna keep that rolling with your next comic. Give it up for Nate, everybody.
Yeah, buddy. All right, I don't use a microphone. I don't know why. All these straight people with these straight jokes, I love it. All these dick jokes mean they're not gay. Remember that, okay? That's a dick joke means not gay. Okay, yeah. Anyways, okay. So I was talking about Hanford artifacts and stuff earlier, and okay, I'm gay, right? Everyone knows this. It's obvious. So I was looking at artifacts and I found a straight artifact. Y'all got to tell me what this. You can help me, right? Okay, good. Got me straight guy. But also Nikki can help me with this. What is this? I have no idea what this is. What is this? This is a.
It's a championship. Right, swing it out.
Oh. See, I don't know. It's a straight people thing. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know what that. I don't know. Thank you for clarifying that. I'm sorry. I won't make fun of straight people anymore. I promise. I promise. I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna hit on straight people. I'm not gonna do it. No way, not me. You're mine, and we belong together. Yes, we belong together. Still praying the gay away? Okay. And you'll always be around. This was the part in the movie where Bob got the award for drawing Woody Woodpecker, and he needed the money for the baby. La Bamba? You never seen La Bamba?
Oh, yes.
If gay people and Latinos can't agree on La Bamba, we got nothing. We have Morrissey and Selena too, but you know. Anyways.
Two on the food.
There we go. You're mine and we belong together. I love the vibe here. You never punched a wall in your life, huh? Drywall is our friend, remember that. For eternity, eternity. I kid you, straight people. No, did I say pray the gay away? Is that still a thing with straight people? Is it?
I hope not.
Okay, I tried praying the gay away. I really did. I tried. It did not work. In fact, the more I prayed the gay away, the gayer I got. It was a reversal effect. It started really nicely. Forgive me, Father, I have sinned. And then it went quickly to I've been naughty, Daddy. It's true. Yeah. Maybe I have to wait for the results. It's like Amazon Prime for repression. You gotta put the order in. Yeah. So if praying the gay way works, it's fine. But God, I think He looked at me and said, "Oh no, honey, you're fine. It works for you," and it does. It really does. It's great. So. Let's see here. What else have I noticed about gay people and straight people? Oh, gay people go to Starbucks. Straight people go to Dutch Bros. Right? But I go with my straight friends to Dutch Bros, but I have to pay for everyone's coffee because I will not go Dutch with my bros. I will not let the universe win. But Starbucks, it's like the gay embassy. It's great. When y'all straight people are getting out of control, like gender reveal parties, things are exploding everywhere. Let me in. They're about to get passive aggressive. But then I'm there. I'm safe. I get a $12 cookie and a bunch of caffeine, and I'm safe now. Thank you. There's always somebody at Starbucks, with bangs and a septum ring to say, "Hey, it's safe." Yeah, and that's my time. I feel safe now. Thank you, I forgot my dog. So wrestling is for gay people. That's good to know. I learned something.
If you walk away with anything, it's that. Wrestling is for gay people.
Definitely.
Your next comic. I never seen this person perform, so I can't read your last name. I'm sorry. Roman? You got Roman? All right, here we go. Give it up for Roman, everybody.
Yeah. So here's the game plan. Let me see. I'm gonna start with 3 jokes to introduce myself, and then after that we're gonna go with kind of like weekend update style. I'm gonna read some headlines and then riff off of them. So here we go. My name's Roman Armenta. I grew up a Mexican emo. Yeah, that's not very machismo. My hood friends were like, "Bro, are you crying, fool?" I was like, "Nah." It's the Chile. Yeah, but it was a rough childhood. I told my family that I attempted suicide, and they were shocked. They were like, "Geez, what kind of Mexican doesn't get the job done? Am I right?" See, I was more emo. My parents were more metal. You know what I mean? My mother had an abortion before me, and that's pretty fucking metal, right? She's like, "You used to always make a mess with your milk." I'm like, "Nah, Ma, I was just pouring one out for the dead homie." Okay, now we're getting to some, I just want to introduce myself, yeah? Okay, let's see. Little Caesars is an official sponsor of Super Bowl LX. Slow news day. Carrying a long tradition, like when Big Caesar sponsored games like Rome's Prisoners versus African Lions. It was a fun pastime. The great gospel musician has passed away, Richard Smallwood. His estate says, "Don't worry, nobody made fun of his name. He's black." The Super Mario Galaxy movie, the new one, has been announced. Any fans, huh? All right, no video game nerds here? Okay. Jack Black says he feels overprepared. He was playing Bowser for some kids on the street when he was nailed with a Molotov buzzball, some crazy bum. The word pizza shows up hundreds of times in the Epstein files. The internet thinks it's code for children. Ooh. Emails like, "Don't forget the pizza delivery, winky face." The government says, "Wait, hold up, keep reading." There's follow-up emails that say, "You came in clutch with them meat lovers last night, pizza boy," winky face. Continuing on to Epstein news, hot topic right now. In an email exchange with Epstein and one of those redacted names, a new sexual innuendo was born. When you suspend yourself from a ceiling and you're horizontal to the girl you're peeing on, Anonymous called that a Trump Tower. I wonder who that was. In technology news, AI-generated conjoined twin sisters. We're talking sisters conjoined through AI. Technology today. They're actually successful, spicy content creators. A duo formerly impossible because one head always got too big because their side's boob was bigger. Fascinating. There's also an AI-generated content creator with 3 boobs. Her latest has been deemed a certified Hanukkah classic, 8 Crazy Nights with Triple Nipple. Thank you very much, Salazar Monumenta.
Damn, I wish I know Roman. I could say that. Fuck, dude.
Shit, Roman, yeah. Awesome.
Yeah, I know. Now I feel white. It's okay. I said Roman. One job, dude. One fucking job. It's his life.
Man.
But dude, keep coming out, dude. You're really good. I'm gonna plug my other open mics. We got one in Fresno coming up on the 15th, right? We have the 15th. Yeah, 15th. 15th in Fresno.
Fresno?
Yes, sir. All right.
Well, what's it called?
It's called Level Up Open Mic. It's gonna be at Procreations Brewery.
It's a go. It's the love.
Yeah, exactly. Thank you. So yeah, clap it up for that, dude. Yeah, fuck yeah. Self-plug. Woo! I actually put Mario on that flyer, and the owner of the brewery was like, "Please take that off. I do not want to get sued by Nintendo." And I was like, "That's real shit, dude. They'll sue anybody." Like, oh, poor guy. I feel bad. I was like, "Fuck, idiot." But anyways, your next comic. He's also, most of these comics are good friends of mine at this point because we all do this shit together, unfortunately. But this next guy, I've known him since high school. He was a little shit then, he's a little shit now. Give it up for Lorenzo Jimenez, everybody.
That was the perfect introduction. I'm actually a big shit now. And that's actually what I'm going to talk about. I hate taking a shit in public, dude. I hate it. I hate having to fucking take a shit and I have to go and there's other people in the bathroom. It's the worst. It's the absolute worst. I do not like it. So I go out of my way whenever I'm at a place for a bit to look for a single stall bathroom because I prefer that. I go to Fresno State and I had to use stall bathrooms before, but I found one that's single use and it's perfect. So I used it for the first time the other day, and it was nice. It was really nice. It's nice to be able to take your time and just sit there and I was able to bring my baby wipes because I like to have a clean ass. I don't have a bidet. And the worst happened. I was flushing the toilet, and it was just the perfect fucking length and girth and size. It got fucking wedged in the toilet hole. I had flushed it like 4 times. Shit would not go down. And that's the worst thing in this single-use restroom, dude. Because in a stall, if that were to happen, I could just wait till there's nobody in there, pretend like I'd go over to the urinal, pretend like I was just using that, and then nobody would know. But this, if someone's outside that door and they're waiting to come in, which I don't know if there was or not, they would know it was me. There was no scenario in which I got out of that. So I walked out that door and I didn't look back, and there was no one there, so that was good. Let's see what else I got. So there's a show that I recently brought to my attention. It's called God's Gang Go. And it's really, really interesting. I think it's a kid's show, and it's a bunch of different religious icons, not the icons themselves, but people who represent that religion, who all have a different fighting style, and they go out and make the world a better place or whatever. The ninja kid is the youngest. He's like 13, 14. I want you to fucking just really let this sink in. His name is Ninju. He's Jewish. And it's so funny too because like there's no question in your mind that he's Jewish. There's an episode where it's like, oh sorry, you have to be this tall to ride the roller coaster. He's like, do you have any idea how long ago my bar mitzvah was? That's what he really said. And then there's an episode where they're offering him a cheeseburger. He's like, oh I'm sorry, I can't have dairy and meat at the same time, but it looks delicious. Thank you very much. And that's just crazy. But the character that I'm most interested in is Chris Cross. That's the Christian character, and his power is so fucking stupid. It's Christian power, obviously. His power is when enemies punch him, he turns the other cheek, and they inflate like a goddamn whoopee cushion. And not only that, but after that happens, they go down. He's like, "I love you." And for some, what I don't get is like I don't know much about Christianity, but he's portrayed by like a 1970s Afro disco black man. That is who Chris Cross is. Awesome. And I just think that's hilarious because my first question to that dude is, hey yo, Chris Cross, if somebody calls you the N-word, are you still gonna say that? Are they still gonna say it and you're just gonna be like, I love you? And I just think he wouldn't do that. Like Chris Cross, I just don't believe that he would do that. There's also like 3 other ones, but they weren't as interesting as Chris Cross and Ninju. Does anybody hate their boss? Yeah. I hate my boss. Here's the thing, dude. My boss, I hate her so much. She's playing the long game because she's not even the top boss. She's waiting for the boss who does like me to retire, and then she's either gonna fire me when she becomes, the main boss, or she's gonna make my life a living hell. And I know that she's a bitch because they asked me, and I'm circling this back to my first joke of the night. Whenever I go to the restroom, whenever I take a shit at the work, I always bring baby wipes. And if I don't have flushable wipes, they go in the trash. I usually always bring flushable wipes though, because that's gross. It was clogged one day and they thought it was me. I'm like, no it was not. I made sure it was flushed. And she said to me, are you sure? Because I didn't see no wipes in that trash. She's had it out for me, dude. She's looking in the trash to see if my fucking baby wipes are in the trash to fucking pin some shit on me. And that's why she sounds like Muscle Man's girlfriend.
You guys don't see it. He said, "Pin shit on me," because he's shitting everywhere, dude. That's crazy. Now I got a buddy who It's not Lorenzo, I promise. I got a buddy who straight up always puts his like toilet paper in the trash. I'm just like, that's just fucking disgusting, dude. He's like, yeah, my wife has to throw it out sometimes. I'm like, you're a diabolical man, and your poor wife. Lorenzo, stop doing that. Anyways, guys, we're down to our last 4 comics, so shout out to you guys for still being here. Give it up for yourselves one more time. Is the bar still open? I think it is. Yeah, bar's still open. Well, get some more drinks. It makes the joke so much funnier, I promise. Anyways, give it up for your next comics. Come all the way from Fresno. Give it up for Sonny Says, everybody.
How we doing tonight, guys? Good? Yeah? Let's go. There was some kids here earlier. I thought they were gonna stay. I adjusted all my stuff just in case, you know. But thank God they didn't. I honestly don't trust anyone who didn't see the towers fall. You know. Speaking of the 9/11, growing up after 9/11 as a brown kid was pretty tough. I'm not gonna lie. For instance, there was one time where I got on the wrong bus in 7th grade, and there was as I'm getting kicked off, right, there was a distinguished black gentleman in the front seat who said to me, "That's why we killed your granddaddy, bitch." I knew exactly who my granddaddy was, too. I knew exactly who he was talking about. He was talking about Osama bin Laden. That was the day we killed him. It was rough, you know. That's when, and eventually in high school is where I learned how to be Mexican. You know, a lot of people can't tell sometimes what race I am. Yeah. I just know I can get away with that because the time I tried to be black, people didn't really like that. Can't really get away with that one. Let's see, what else? Since nobody's here, I know people are here, but those kids aren't here anymore. Let me see. Getting deep-throated is it's scary. Am I right, guys? Has anyone here ever been deep-throated?
Sorry.
Does anyone here want to be? I'm just kidding.
The vibe, dude.
But let me explain myself. So, that's the closest that your dick will ever be to becoming food, you know what I'm saying? If I told you guys that your dick was gonna become a papaya in the next 5 minutes, would you be scared?
Yes.
Yeah, exactly. You know, and it's not just usually because I'm in the jaws of a beast while it's happening, but it's like playing peekaboo for me. I'm just happy to see it again. All right, next, let me see what's happening next. Let me see. Crowd work. I'm not good at crowd work. I probably shouldn't attempt it. Do it? Where are you from? Where? I don't know what you're saying. Sorry, I don't know how to pronounce that. I'm an Indian man. My tongue. I still don't know what you said. I'm sorry. Forkrin, Forkrin. Corcoran. Okay. All right. I said I'm bad at crowd work, and this is why. Okay. What is this for, though?
Your drinks.
Okay. That was pretty ridiculous, you know what I'm saying? Alright, let me see. I'm probably gonna get out of here soon. So I've been doing jiu-jitsu lately. Have you guys know? Probably. You guys heard of it. It was between that though and Krav Maga. I don't know if you guys ever heard of Krav Maga. It's an Israeli martial art. The only reason I didn't really want to do it is because I didn't know a lot of Palestinian children I need to fight, you know? But yeah, I don't know what I'm doing now. I'm doing jiu-jitsu and trying to do stand-up. I'm like Joe Rogan, except I have hair, you know? Hopefully I don't become him because, have you ever seen a stand-up? Yeah. Yeah. do yourself a favor and don't look it up tonight. All right, thank you guys so much.
Get over Sonny one more time, ladies and gentlemen. He's 100% right. Do not look at Joe Rogan's comedy. Unless you want to see a man humping a stool. That's his comedy. It's out there. But hey, he's one of the greats. One of the 250, the lucky 250. Anyways, guys, this next comic is the people that stay are in for a treat because this is the only prop comic I know. Give it up for Alex Flores, everybody.
I'm a working man. I joined the military and I was too scared to serve. So this is how I served my time. Are you ready? Nate, wait, I'm not a horse. This is a big green garage. That's a big green garage that's open. Whoa. Okay. Who lives in a pineapple under the sea? Okay. This is a Tina Turner. This is a Tina Turner kit. This is how I draw blanks. I miss my son. There he is. Different perspectives. One, and 3. I sit on the toilet, but only to think shit through.
Get up for Alex one more time, ladies. Told you, you stayed here for a fucking treat, dude. That's awesome. Hey, rock comedy's hard as shit, dude. Oh my god, that's why nobody does it, and he does it really well. So, that's awesome. I just love to shout that out every single time. It's always a good time. Anyways, guys, we're down to our last 2 comics, so please just stay, laugh at their jokes. They're funny people, I promise. This next comic, he's actually, I will not be here next month. I'm gonna little promo for myself, I guess. I'll be commentating a soccer league in Fresno pretty soon, and next opening or next whatever, that's opening weekend, so I can't really get that off. But I'll be back after that. But anyways, this next comic, he's gonna be hosting the comedy portion next month. So give it up for Julian Romo, everybody.
Hello, hello. I will be here next month, like every month. Growing up, I always want to learn how to play like an instrument, but I wanted to be different. So I didn't learn how to play guitar. It was like everybody plays guitar. I didn't want to learn how to play piano. It was like everybody can do that. But what I found out recently is that it's really hard to tell people that you play the banjo and that you're not racist. It's really difficult. And it's even harder to like go on a date and try to like, you want to impress your date, right? Like, yeah, I can play an instrument, the banjo. I'm not on a break with my sister, I promise. I promise, please. And you can't even play a romantic song on the banjo. Ding, 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 ding. Go back the way you came. That's not hot, it's not. But the other day, I was Googling like slang words that we use a lot. Got curious about like how old they are. Like cool's been around since like the 50s. Beef has been around for like 100 years, like beefing with people, right? And Papa Cap is from the Revolution. 1776? Can you imagine that? Just a British dude sitting there having his crumpets. What's that you say? The colonists are revolting. I'll pop a cap in their ass. Like, you can't, like, that's not how that works, you know? I can't see a British guy doing something like that. Thinking about that got me to realize that it's taken me way too long to, like, pick up on slang. I remember being in high school, and I didn't know what thirsty meant. It means you're horny, if you don't know that. And I remember one time I was talking to a girl, and I was like, I'm really thirsty. Like, I'm dying right now. And she looks at me, she goes, I bet you are. And I didn't get it, so I went, yeah, I haven't drank anything all day. I am dying right now. I've been sweating, like, it's awful. Like, I can't pick things up. And then I found out, like, recently, I was hanging out with my nephew. My nephew's 15. And we were watching UFC. And I was trying to, like, explain to him about this guy. I was like, this guy's coming in here. This guy knows how to crack, all right? And my nephew goes, ugh, why would I want to know that? And I was like, what's going on? I found out that crack means sex. It means like, yeah, no, I'm confused too. I'm still lost on it. It's like, no, so you can say like, they crack, I'm going to crack. When I told my nephew this guy cracks, he was like, he thought I was saying, this guy fucks, dude. This guy definitely fucks. Why? And my nephew's like, why do I want to know that? Stop telling me that stuff. I realized, yeah, no. So I'm just gonna avoid saying slang as much as I can, except dig it. I really like that one. So I can't like. I guess my brain is wired differently, like a little bit different. I can't do street names. I don't know. If you tell me the street name, I have no idea what you're talking about. Like directions, if you give me like down the way, 2 streets down, turn right, turn left, turn right. I will show up at your house. Like, I've got it locked in. But if you tell me, like, yeah, it's on the corner of, like, Franklin and Roosevelt, is that the corner with the homeless guy directing traffic, or is that the one with the bush that looks like a penis? I need help. Please don't just say that to me. I used to work at a Starbucks. I made coffee for people. It was cool for the most part, you know, except when you would get the Karens in there. Like, some people get really upset when there's not enough coffee in their coffee. I put cream in it like you asked. Please stop yelling at me. But like, when people would come up, I guess they didn't register that you can just be like, hey, I didn't like the taste of this. Can I get a different thing? Yeah, no problem. But I get yelled at. And because I get yelled at, you know, I get mad. I want to get payback. But I don't want to, like, be gross. I'm not going to spit in your drink. I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to put my finger in there. But what I would do is, if it got hot, I would do some foam art, and I'd make a dick right there. So they take it, lid on. They don't see it. Take a sip. Yeah, that's right. That's right. I'm in the back feeling good. So I'm half Mexican. I'm 50% Mexican, 50% white. My dad's Mexican, my mom's white. If you can't tell by the way that I talk, how I look, and my posture, I lean to the white. But I really like being with my dad's side of the family, because he's got 4 sisters, and I love all of them. But every time, like, we take a family photo, I'm twice their size and half their color. I look like the guy that they keep around for when the cops come at the party, you know? Hello, officer. You have a nice night. Thank you very much. Close the door. But no, so they can all speak Spanish. I can't speak Spanish. I can pick up on words here and there, so I get like the gist of what people are saying. But my aunts will be talking in the corner, and one of them will be nice enough. One of them will be like, mijo, we're just saying that she's not very generous. Tia and no pendeja means. That's not what you said. But I want to learn. I want to learn. So like, I actually try, but I get nervous. Like when I go up, like I want to order food, but I get shaky and whatnot. So I go up and I'll be like, me das un burrito de asada. Es todo. Gracias. Can I get red sauce on that though? Damn. And you know you did it bad because the lady will go, is there anything else? If she speaks English to you after you went with Spanish, she's not happy. You're done. You're checked out. That's it, okay? But I am going to learn Spanish one of these days because I'm going to figure out why Estefani's a pendeja. My aunts are talking about that bitch all the time. But that's my time, guys. Thank you very much.
Give it up for Julian one more time, ladies and gentlemen. One last time, give it up for yourselves. Here's the last comment of the night, and then we're done. Self-plug again. We have a paid comedy show next week for Valentine's Day, the 13th. Get your tickets. It's gonna be a good time. I'm the host of that. I'm pretty funny. You can tell. I'm pretty good. I'm pretty all right. But the other 3 comics are even funnier. So make sure you come through. That's gonna be a great time. Now, give a loud round of applause for your final comic of the night. He's a funny guy. If you don't laugh, he might kick your ass because he does some mixed martial arts. Give it up for Martin Becerra, everybody.
Hell yeah, how we doing, everyone? Give it up for Julio and the Hanford Multicultural Theater for putting this show on. Hell yeah, let's go. And one last time, salud for the end of the night, guys. Let's do this. Salud. But what's going on, guys? How we doing? Like he said, my name is Martin Becerra. I go by a couple of different nicknames around here. One of them happens to be Marty the Party, because I like to get down, have a couple drinks, just have a good time, But my other nickname happens to be Martin the Dream. That's mainly for the ladies. No, it's not. I got that nickname because, like Julio said, I used to train jiu-jitsu, MMA, boxing, stuff like that. So it was either blackout or tap out for me. It was either I'm going to sleep or I'm getting put to sleep. So Martin the Dream is what stuck. That was the name. If I ever joined the UFC, Bruce Buffers would be like, Martin the Dream, and that was gonna be it. But my favorite nickname happens to be the one my mom gave me growing up. She used to call me Pendejo. Now, if you grew up in the Mexican culture, it's a very common nickname for a lot of young little shits, exactly like me. It would be really confusing anytime some family members would come over, because my mom would call out from the kitchen, Pendejo, ven pa' acá. She'd have 1, 2, 3 little Mexicans coming out of the corner. You called? She's like, no, pendejo, el mío. My cousin Mio comes out. You called, tia? It's like, no, el pendejo junior. Because I'm named after my dad, Martin. I am a junior. Now, I have a question for some of the ladies in the room. Have any of you guys ever dated a Mexican man? Anyone?
No.
That's a goddamn lie. But Mexican men are some of the most passionate people you can encounter, but they're also the most selfish, from what I understand, because the amount of Mexican men who name their children after themselves, my dad included. I am Martin Jr. My other cousin is Isidro Jr. And Mexican men are so selfish, they'll name their daughters after themselves. If I would have been a girl, I would have been Martina. And the amount of Yvettes that are just vets because of their dads. But they'll give you this. They'll let you have this. They'll combine their name with their wife's. Their wife Cristina and Martin, so it would have been Martina. They're compromising at that point. But in the Mexican culture, you get nicknames based off of your worst qualities, your most humiliating experiences. Growing up to my family, I was a $150 soaking wet. I could not put on weight, so they called me Flaco. 10 years later, 80 pounds heavier. All of a sudden, now I'm gordo. Fuck! There's no winning in this goddamn family. I had a cousin who lost a fight to a duck. His nickname is Pato. In the early 2000s, those commercials started coming out. We started calling him Aflac. I'm never gonna let him live it down. I had a cousin who named her son after Attack on Titan. His name is Levi. My grandma refuses to call him by that name. She says, no, in this house, his name is Pantalones. Levi's are pants, dog. But one of my favorite ones happens to be one of my older tios, who happened to be a little person, a midget. But his nickname growing up was Parafo, which means paragraph in Spanish, because he's a little essay. Fucking dumb, right? I had a great time. Anytime, as I got older, I got bigger and taller than him. He would try to fight me, just hold him back a little bit. We'd have races and everything, and then at that point, they would just run on sentences, Oh, fucking fun times. But February is my favorite month for 3 reasons. Doing the European 3. February has Valentine's Day. That's next Saturday. We're out here. I'll be single, because hell yeah. But it's also Black History Month. We out here. And it also happens to be my birth month. I was born this month. And just like how I was born into it is how I'm going to end this month. By myself, dog. Because just like this show, I can't close with women, but I'll close out this goddamn show. We're out here having a good time. Let's see, where do I want to go with this, guys? Being single is very interesting because I'm about to turn 30, and you get so many different types of, options out there. You get women who have out here with 6 kids. You have women out here that are obsessed with whatever their specific hobby is at that time, whether it's jujitsu, poetry, or astrology, like they, fuck yeah, dude. Astrology, dude. That's how I knew I was a Pisces. It's the end of the month. At the beginning of the month, it's Aquarius, all right? I know my chart. My rising is fucking, my rising is like Libra or Sagittarius, one of the two. Fuck, I forgot where I was going with that, Doug. Not gonna lie. But you know what? I feel like calling it a bit early, so I'm gonna end you guys with this. Like I said, I've been single for a while now, and this one time, while I was at work, one of my coworkers said I looked exactly like one of her ex-boyfriends from Alaska. She thought I was Eskimo. She said, "You look exactly like one of my ex-boyfriends, and if you play your cards right, you know, you'll be the next one." And I said, "Oh, I'm sorry. I appreciate the offer, lady, but I'm sorry. I'm just not that Inuit, all right?" So, thank you guys. That's my time. Hell yeah.
He said he's gonna cut it short. Little does he know I lit him 2 minutes ago. That was a minute over. Short wear. No, I'm just kidding. I love you, Martin. Anyways, guys, like I said, give it up for yourselves. We got Tip Jar on the way out. The night's young. You know, you can go anywhere. You just can't stay here. So have a great night. We're here every first Friday of the month, and we appreciate you for being here, guys. Thank you so much.